Hey guys, this is Anthony. I apologize if this seems weird, but I just got my Microtech Ultratech back. I'm actually not at home right now, so I actually made a camera stand out of some books and rulers because I'm at church right now, so I'm just too excited not to open it. I got my Strider for the unboxing. I sent this thing in about 8 weeks ago. It was just destroyed. There's a whole list I could go through. The pocket clip wouldn't stay in there because the chassis itself was stripped out for the glass breakers, so there was no tension at all. The arm, the spring catch, latch, whatever you want to call it, that actually contacts the blade and, puts the tension on it had snapped. So the knife was just completely unfunctional. It wasn't even a knife. It would come open on its own. Just all that good stuff. I will say they have it packaged really nicely. I'm not happy at all, honestly, with the customer service that I got. I may be happy with what I get back from them, but the customer service that I got in general it just sucked. If you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen that comment. I'm pissed with the customer service that I got. This is a Ultratech bayonet grind, all black. Let's see what they sent back to me, and just kind of first impressions, I guess. I did send it in with the sheath, so thank God they didn't throw that out, because we all know knife companies like to do that. There's the pouch. I can smell that oil from up here. Oh God, it's just a new knife. That's not even the same knife, guys. The blade is the same. I can tell because I put a crappy edge on it. I didn't even finish it, honestly. But, I mean, it's razor sharp. Looks like they resharpened it, actually. So, I guess that's okay. I'll just touch it up on the strop. It smells like some kind of oil, not rim oil. That pocket clip is just ridiculous. It's an entire new handle set. I mean, if I'm right, I'll have to look at it again on some pictures. That's the same serial number. I think they just switched out the chassis itself, the non-show side of the knife. When I sent it in, it had a little bit of play. It's about the same. It just looks brand new. They replaced all the hardware. New pocket clip. The old pocket clip had that crappy freaking cheap DLC, whatever you want to call it. It's kind of on the blade too. It's not their newer stuff, but whatever. I don't really know their policies on the blade. Sorry for all the smudges that are already on it. My hands are all sweaty, but I'm happy with what I got back. I'm just not happy with the customer service, and I will go into that right now. So I sent it in. I sent the knife in January. I think it was the 14th. And I had to get the return authorization number, which is what that is, 7729, because it's illegal to ship an automatic knife, blah, 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 all that stuff through federal mail, and, all that bullcrap people have to deal with, because for some reason our government has problems with automatic knives, because, they're obviously going to be way more dangerous than a knife that has a wave feature and gets out even faster, you know? I won't really go into that, but so I ship it in. I get the email that they received it and they're gonna be working on it, and the knife sat there for 6 or 7 weeks, I want to say, which, I mean, I can understand that, you know. It's a business. I'm sure they've got tons of stuff on their hands with warranty and all that, but you know, the all the forms and stuff that you sign, and the website itself does say that it could take up to 6 weeks. I think they said to allow 4 to 6 weeks, which I'm all right with that. I understand, you know, stuff happens, but this knife sat there for 8 weeks after they said to allow 4 to 6 weeks. And before I sent it in, I knew about their games that they play with people, you know, whether it was you know, just bad customer service in general. I've heard all kinds of stories. They will say they've worked on it and they haven't, which in that case, I'm not sure if that happened to me or not, because I was calling and emailing almost weekly just because of the games that I'd heard about. And I was told that, you know, they had my knife, they were working on it, and then it sat there for another 2 weeks. So I'm not sure what happened on their end, but it sucked. And the customer service I got sucked. The people were rude. They were real short, you know. You'd think that for being a knife company this big and this well known, you'd care a little bit about that. If you notice here, I just noticed this while I was talking actually. Jimping isn't lined up. Scale isn't lined up. It's got a ridge. That may be my fault. You can see the differences in color. This is the older coating. This is the older, you know, top plate. But I did ask them, which it is the same date, I just noticed that. I did ask them to leave that show side on. So there's not really much I can do about that. That's my fault, you know. I wouldn't feel good about myself sending it in like this because I asked them to leave it like this, and really it's not that big of a deal to me. It's still just as aggressive as it was. Looks like they just put a complete new carriage system in there, you know, the entire system where it, you know how it works if you're really into these OTFs. I've taken apart so many of them that it's all like second nature, but it's firing just as hard, a lot easier to fire than when I got it from my dad. It's a great knife, and they did their job. They didn't do it perfectly, but now that I've seen the knife itself, I can understand that. But, you know, I'm just glad to have it back. So, thanks.